That is again the battle for 6th. Young in the 4 tried to sneak in. You see the heavy tire and brake smoke from behind the 4. Back again at turn number 10.
Uh-oh. I thought we had a spin somewhere.
Lucky sure do, as one spin has Randy Rollman. He was the ASA star and Trans Am Series driver who qualified so very well. He will spin. He had a super qualifying effort. Rollman is a graduate of Stanford University, and he's run the Hooters Cup Series. We mentioned ASA. Has an industrial engineering degree, but kind of was off on his angles there.
Yeah, and he better get out of that mud and get going. He's going to get lapped. Uh-oh.
And there you see on the pit lane, too, problems for Wayne Anderson from a great racing family. His dad, Dick Anderson, was a hot shoe throughout Florida for so many years. And there you see with an off-track excursion what can happen. Let's establish the fact here, too, that even though all these cars look the same, there are some subtle differences. The Slim Jim All-Pro Series cars weigh 2,800 pounds. The Southwest and Northwest Tour cars of NASCAR weigh 2,900 pounds. But they have designated this as an all-pro race, so everyone weighs 2,800. As again, you watch the 57 now, trying to work himself free. Mike Cope, he's got Bill Baird behind him in the 62, an ASA regular. The other variable among these series is that the Slim Jim Tour exclusively uses Hoosier tires. The Southwest Tour and the Northwest Tour use Goodyears, and the Northwest Series uses an economy Goodyear, which is an inch narrower than the Southwest Tour. But again, to consolidate everything today, everyone's using Hoosier tires. Glenn Jarrett's down on the pit lane, checking out the John Pox car. He lost a number of spots early, Glenn.
Yeah, Eli, he was falling back through the field, and I was watching him. They're going to jack the car up, so he's got a transmission problem. He evidently has the car stuck in, it must be in 2nd or 3rd gear, because he definitely was falling back. I thought for a minute that he had a tire going down. No, that's exactly what they're doing. They're having to fix the transmission on the car. John is down and away. He didn't lose a lap, but I tell you what, he's going to need a caution flag to make up all the time he's lost.
Yeah, you likely won't lose a lap on a conventional stop here of any type. It takes you well over a minute to go around this 1.8-mile speedway, but Pox drops from 6th position all the way to the tail end of the field now as we work lap number 4. And here's the battle for the lead as Kenny Schrader tries to work himself to the outside with Ricky Crawford and the blue machine to his inside. The battle for the lead. Crawford, who has run the occasional Southwest Tour event, tries to out-drag Schrader on the drag strip. And he's got him.
Yeah, Kenny's letting him go. Uh-oh. I thought he was.
He comes right back. Good battle for the lead here, working lap number 5 of 60 here at Heartland Park in Topeka, Kansas. Really good battle. Very slight elevation change there. Nothing really significant. They do have, you see, those red and white rumble strips, and Crawford's got them. So a change for the lead here. Lap number 5 at Heartland Park. Ken Schrader showed the way laps 1 through 4. And for the moment, Rick Crawford shows the way now, having taken over the top spot. We are live at Heartland Park, Topeka, Kansas. Glad you're with us on CNN Motorsports. Stick around. This is going to be a good one. We're coming right back. Stay with us. We are back, and you have been watching as we have a great battle for the lead. You had Schrader and Crawford swapping it around before we left, and here they are doing it again. Ken Schrader in the 56, Ricky Crawford in the 14. And he, of course, has got that rear end kind of swinging wildly.
Yeah, Kenny looks really smooth, and what Ricky doesn't want to do is use up his rear tires. They got a pretty good ways to go here, but we got a dogfight so far.
One of the right there, that particular spot coming through turn 10 and back onto the main straightaway is an area where a lot of these fellas are really losing ground. I've been watching a few of them here. They're just not getting through the gearbox particularly effectively.
Right, and Mike told me that our truck would spin all the way up until you got out of the area where the drag cars quit. It's something that they put down or a different type of pavement. So we're seeing a lot of cars get loose here. Ernie Cope especially, it seemed like he was backing up a while ago.
And the Mike that Barry is speaking of is Mike Bliss, who drives the NASCAR Craftsman truck, for which Barry is crew chief. And yeah, if you've not ever been to a track such as this where you utilize the drag strip as well, it is a dark black thick asphalt kind of running area, and then as soon as they get to the runoff area and the rest of the road course, it's that lighter color pavement that you see right there.
Yeah, what's happening here, that concrete's probably 50, 60 degrees cooler than that asphalt, and they're hitting the asphalt at an angle almost sideways, and it's just kicking them loose.
Ken Schrader in the 56 showing the lead. Rick Crawford from Mobile, Alabama. He's in the second spot, has a win already this year. Meanwhile, Schrader not pulling away as much as I thought. You know, he has taught a lot of these fellas how to get around a road course. He was doing a good bit of that just yesterday.
You know, a lot of the all-pro guys have never run a road course, and this is a really good one to run for your first road course. It's a pretty simple course. We've just run out here a bunch, and they're getting asked questions. But, you know, try to help anybody.
And Kenny is happy to be here. There he sees, again, Crawford filling his rear view. And I'll be very honest, not to doubt Rick Crawford's ability, because we've seen him run many a time and run very well. I didn't think anybody'd stay with Schrader.
No, but this kid's good. You know,
yeah.
the talk in the garage, he's getting some more experience, and they thought if anybody could get up there and run, maybe he could along with Pops, and he's really made a show out of it so far.
He has 30 top 5 finishes in his career, Rick Crawford does. Back beneath the bridge, and again on towards the grandstands here at the drag strip. Kenny Schrader has, interestingly, never won in the NASCAR Slim Jim All-Pro Series. One of the few NASCAR Touring Series he's never won. It hasn't won in the Busch All-Star Tour on the dirt, hasn't won in the Goodies Dash, nor has he ever won in the other couple of series that he has competed in. The NASCAR Featherlight Modified Tour comes to mind immediately. Otherwise, he has run and won in every NASCAR Touring Series. There's the ongoing battle for the lead. Meanwhile, let's get an update on Wayne Anderson. Glenn, we saw him come down pit road, sans bumper in right front. What's the story?
Actually, sans the left front, Eli. In fact, he left the left front fender out there at the start-finish line. I saw it blow off right then. A lot of water, a lot of oil on the car. Wayne, what happened out there?
Well, we blew a head gasket in it, water mixed with the oil, and I tell you what, I can't say enough about Slim Jim coming out here to Topeka. What a facility. This place is beautiful. And I can't thank my sponsors enough, and I'm just tickled to be here, and it's a shame that we couldn't finish, because I feel like we had a good car. Maybe a top 10 finish today was in store for us.
Well, he certainly has the genes to prove it. As you said at the top of the show, his father, Dick Anderson, one of the greatest in America on short track racing.
Amen.
Short day for Wayne Anderson.
The king of Florida short tracks, and just about anywhere else he put his 4 wheels down.
Yeah.
Right now working lap number 10 of 60 here at Heartland Park in Topeka, Kansas. Things are tightening up near the front just a bit, but Ken Schrader continues to show the way. It is becoming a 5-team battle for the lead right now as we welcome you back to the road course. Heartland Park, Topeka, Kansas, with Barry Dodson and Glenn Jarrett. I'm Eli Gold. That's Ken Schrader showing the way in front. Right behind him, the 14 is Rick Crawford. He held the lead at lap number 5. Now getting into the picture and starting to rumble fairly significantly, Toby Porter. He's in the 80. He has joined the fray. So too is Mike Cope in the 57 and Ron Young in the 4. So for the moment, it is those teams tied together. You see right there, all battling for position here as we work the 11th of 60 laps around the 1.8-mile road course. Oh, and there goes Crawford way wide. You saw the brake smoke, the tire smoke, and he never did go into the Toolies.
That's when you look in the mirror and you see the pressure. He and Kenny got away, and I think they both thought, okay, we're out here, we're going to race each other, take it easy. First thing you know, you look up, you got 3 guys right on your bumper.
Back onto the drag strip portion again. Mike Kelly has taken his car to the garage area, joining Wayne Anderson there. Kelly from the NASCAR Rebco Northwest Tour out of Kennewick, Washington. And there is the running order. You'll see how your favorites are doing. For a lot of folks, this is their first exposure to the NASCAR Slim Jim Series, plus the Featherlight Southwest and Rebco Northwest Tours. These guys are acquitting themselves, and ladies, got to mention with Tammy Jo in the field, Tammy Jo Kirk, they are all acquitting themselves pretty darn well.
They're doing great. They know the key is to stay on the track. They've seen some trucks get off, and you got to go get them. They've seen Cars get off. Some of these guys have been off, and he had to go get them.
Good battle for third now. Cope in the 57. He's got it in front of Toolby Porter. Now, Cope, who started 7th, is up to 3rd. So he's making some good headway. Ron Young, who started 9th, is now running in 5th. You know, it's like anything else. When you're a professional at racing, period, the more... Look at Schrader. Schrader was, as he'll tell you, one of the worst road racers on earth. And all of a sudden, he's darn good. Not only here, but in Winston Cup, what have you. The more you do anything that's seat time...
The seat time, nothing replaces seat time in good equipment especially.
I remember asking Kenny Schrader once, and there he is. I asked him in Daytona during one of the runnings of the Rolex 24, the 24 hours of Daytona he was running. It was the dead of night, and of course the race is going on, and I saw Kenny in the pits. I said, so what are you learning? And he said, well, one thing I've learned is never to key my radio and talk to the crew while I'm on a road course. He said, nobody should hear what I'm doing to this transmission. But now with the Jerichos and all, it really has made him and many others darn good road racers. Toby Porter right there. Now, this is a points race for the Slim Jim All-Pro Series, too. That's the other factor. Let's remember again that Crawford's point lead is only 5 over Porter. While for the other 2 tours, the Featherlight Southwest Tour and the Repco Northwest, this is a non-point event. There's Crawford. Oh, and one spin. That is Roger Mears Jr. Roger Mears Jr. from the Featherlight Southwest Tour, with a little agricultural racing right there. And yes, he is from the famous Racing Mears family. Only his 4th time, though, in a tour car such as this.
That's a good stepping stone for him. He did good not to get off.
And he'll be heading towards the pit lane.
He's got some type of problem here, I'm sure.
Very personable young man. We had a chance to chat yesterday. He said he's just looking forward to the opportunity to make some laps. There again, the leader, Kenny Schrader.
Starting to work traffic.
He'll draw alongside Bobby Russ Wood in his Oldsmobile, number 59. Puts him a lap down. Following behind Scott Sutherland, that's the Chevy Monte Carlo, number 23, from Jefferson, Georgia. Home at one of those great short tracks down south. The track has had more names than you can shake a stick at, but old Jeffco's a pretty good racetrack.
Yeah, excellent place.
Working lap number 15 of 60. And if you see those grandstands and you're saying, heck, there aren't a whole lot of folks here, don't let that deceive you. If you're typical of a road race, we got folks sitting up on the berms, on the hills. They're overlooking this track everywhere as Roger Mears Jr. is on the pit lane. Crew checks it over, and he'll limp himself back onto the racetrack. Or will he?
To jack the rear end up like that, he thinks he's got some kind of rear end problem, maybe a broken axle or a locker.
Glenn, what are they saying down there?
Well, Eli, I didn't have to talk to him as they I saw him working with the rear end there, and I thought there must be some kind of gearing problem. As they let the car down and he started to take off, it sounded to me like the rear axle snapped, or the differential snapped in it.
That's Steve
so he's definitely got a problem. He has brought it in behind pit road, but I think he's going to be here a while because even through my headset, I heard something snap. Also, you're taking a look at the Zero car. That's Stephen Christian. He is a rookie in this series, and what a rookie he is. He already has 2 victories this year. Stephen is from Sugar Hill, Georgia. That's a little north of Atlanta. I happen to know that only because they told me. But Stephen's doing a great job. He's up to, I believe, about 7th right now in the running. This kid is going to go places. I talked to him yesterday. Very, very impressed with his manner, with his ability to talk to the camera, and particularly his ability on the racetrack. I like this young man.
He is the leading Port City rookie candidate. Port City sponsoring the Rookie of the Year battle for the NASCAR Slim Jim All-Pro Series. 17 laps are complete, as the leader is Ken Schrader, but it's Tammy Jo Kirk who is carrying our cameras around Heartland Park, Topeka, as we continue with more on TNN Motorsports.